China's growth since the middle 1990s is heavily dependent on export and investment. Okay, this resembles the Eastern Asian model that we saw in Japan to some extent, and South Korea and Taiwan. This model is different. I would call it extreme version of Eastern Asian model, because China's China's investment rate is even higher than that of Japan, South Korea, and the consumption as a share of GDP is even lower than those Eastern Asian economies. What driven this model, the China model to extreme version of Eastern Asian model is local government competition. Generally, what local governments did is to compete in, for manufacturing investments by providing very cheap land, by relaxing labor and environmental protection to attract business. Usually, the game local governments played in China is that they borrow money to requisition land from farmers and pave the infrastructure, and then lease the land out, usually at zero or even negative price, to manufacturing investors. And then they get only 20% of the tax from manufacturing investors, value-added tax. 75% goes to the central government. That will not help them to make the money back, because they incurred significant cost in preparing for the industrial parks. And then, manufacturing boosts local service development. Then they tax the service sector. Business tax is 100% owned by the local government, and then they also lease land for commercial and residential purpose. They make money there. So basically, you saw in China, half of the land every year used is for industrial purpose. This is a very, very significant number. In most other developing countries, when they urbanize, only 20% or 10% of the land is used for industrial purpose. In China, you saw over 50%. Maybe China have 10,000 industrial parks. You don't see anything like this in any other developing countries. The local governments also undersupply residential land so that they can maximize the revenue. That help to make, then you have real asset bubble. So this model, by lowering production, the price of production factors, really help China to attract a lot of manufacturing investment.